Hello guys, so I've been working a bit on a program I call the BF2DDSAssembler, because basically what I have on my map is, let me just get rid of that. I've mapped out my map following a topographic map, which looks like this, because there wasn't any good height data and I wanted to get as close to the real thing as possible. And when I did this, I realized that I can not just do the height maps, but I can also map out everything else, like the water, the roads, and the buildings. So thinking about this, I realized that, well, if I could just get this in the editor, I can just follow these guides when I'm done. And that's supposed to be there. There you go. And basically, I'll have a perfect scale, assuming, obviously, I've done all the calculations correct, which I think I've done. But basically, I can see this on the editor, and it's super easy to just follow. I don't have to do any guesswork at all. So I wrote this program, the BF2DDSAssembler, for that. The way it works is you have these two buttons. You can either load an image or you can load a folder. This time I'm going to load a folder because I want to load all my current color maps and save them to one image so I can edit that easily or apply any changes and whatnot to it. I'm just going to quickly find my level, which is right in here. The edit levels, that. Now it's very important here that you got the settings here correct. So it's a 4K map, which is correct. I'm going to load the color map and I'm going to load the editor folder color map, which is in here. If you get these wrong, it's going to use the wrong encoding once it's loading stuff, and that might end bad if we're unlucky. This is the current color map I have. It's just I just tried it once, so it's going to be pretty much the same. But let's change the color on this just to show that it's in fact working. So I pressed combine to single image, and I've got the image right here. So let me just open that up. There you go. This is actually a broken one because I fucked up earlier and I forgot to do the roads here. But what we're going to do now is I'm just going to change the colors of the buildings just to kind of easier see it. So make the buildings green, and I'm going to make the roads, I don't know, bluish, like that, I guess. Yeah, that'll work. Oops. And select all of this, copy merged, paste it in, flip it once, because it's supposed to be upside down. Don't forget about that if you're making maps, by the way. And for some reason it flips it back, so flip again. There we go. And I'm just overwrite the file that I already got. So PNG, overwrite it. You can do PNG, TIFF I think also works, JPEG, just the common ones. You can't use maybe TJ, I'm not sure. I don't think TJ works though. So I'm gonna reload the image. There you go, this is the one. If you want, you can check the coordinates, you can show the grid as well. You might find this handy sometime, I'm not sure. I just added it anyway. So now to make sure, I'm going to save the color map, and it's going to be the editor folder color map. I'm going to combine this as a single image, and I want to find the same folder. Oh, no, I'm going to save the separate images, because I'm saving them as the DDS color map textures now. The folder should still be the same, it is. Click OK. Now your screen might flicker a bit during this if you've got an NVIDIA card, because it's using the GPU for encoding the textures to DDS. So mine just flickers a few times. It's not really a big problem. It will just do this 64 times, this pop-up, and then it's done. Because you got, well, 7 or 8 by 8 images. There we go, it's done. And I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm not going to use the editor folder once. I'm going to use the actual color maps once. Okay. Meanwhile, I have the editor loaded since before. This is not good, because I have to close this down. Because it doesn't actually reload the color maps if you load the map again. You're going to have to completely shut the editor down to boot and boot it back up just to reload the color maps and the detail maps, which is quite bad. There's not really a way to load it straight up. There we go. I'm just going to boot my editor right back up, and you could see right there that it's been already changed. And the same goes for the normal color maps. There we go. I just want to show you that it actually works in game as well, or in the editor, so to speak. This might take a little bit of loading. Shouldn't take too long though, because I disabled all the other things, like the material and the yeah, pretty much the add-ons, so to speak, or the snap-ins, whatever you want to call it. Well, this is loading, and my mouse is lagging to death because I can't really move it. There we go. Might as well talk. The program is made in Windows forms. It's not really pretty old school thing, but whatever. I'm using the NVIDIA encoders to both decode the DDS file into a TGA, as well as encode the PNG into DDSs. So it does support CUDA encoding, which is nice because it makes it a lot faster than it normally would be. Basically, the way it works is you load a DDS, it'll decode the DDS into a TGA, which it then loads into the program, which then converts to PNGs, so you can save them, and vice versa. Now we're just going to wait a bit more for the loading part, which is always fun. Everyone loves loading, right? I'm going to make the source code available on GitHub, so anyone can edit it. Probably make it completely free as well, so you're free to do whatever the fuck you want with it, pretty much. We wait a bit more. Because everybody loves waiting, like I just said. If you do know a faster way to reload the color maps, please tell me, because it would be really nice to not have to reboot the entire editor every time you change it. Which I've done now a few times before, because I fucked up some of the recording sessions and whatnot. There we go. Make sure I'm terrain editor and not do that. I'm gonna load my map. You can see that it's loading the color maps. This actually doesn't come up if you just load on the map and load back on. So you do have to reboot the entire thing. And just about done, I think. Any second. There we go. So you can see now everywhere I've got roads is blue, and everywhere I got the houses is green. So pretty much what I just have to do now in order to finish this map is put all the houses where they're supposed to be, fix all the roads. Once I've done that, I can just color over the green part with the proper texture of the map, put the vegetation on, and I'm done. I don't really have to hand guess or do anything by myself, because I can just follow these guides I've got. And the topograph actually, or the topo map I'm using, has a lot more info. Like, I can see pretty much exactly what I need to find on it, which is quite nice, I found. I can find all the trails, all the waters, like I said, all the houses, etc., etc. And this is actually quite nice following this way instead. But yeah, here you go. Hopefully you will find this extremely useful if you do the same working process that I just did. If you got real world data, maybe it's not as useful for you. But then again, I guess you could hand paint like maps and houses, etc., where they are, and you got pretty much 1-to-1 scale. Like I said earlier, assuming you've got the math right. And thank you for watching.